That shit, you be having to be honest. Like
I think
last
that's the
year,
darkest part, to be honest.
yeah,
So,
Especially for a black man too.
yeah.
Mental health.
You gotta just come out that shit and just be like, bro, no, I'm not. Niggas ain't good. Like
facts.
I was telling niggas that all last year. I'm not good right now. I'm
So
not
do y'all
good.
believe in therapists?
Yeah,
I
I
do.
do. I do.
Personally, me, my therapist is God.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been the type to want to pay somebody to listen to what's on my mental. I had to call my family back home, or when in doubt, talk to God about it. But like that's just me. I know everybody have their own preference on
for
how
sure.
they need to talk
Right.
to somebody, but I just don't believe I gotta, check in and be like talking to somebody random, and they don't even know me, and I'm spilling all my feelings and all that, and I'm probably wondering like, I wonder what they thinking. Me spilling all these thoughts to them when they go home. I'm pretty sure they don't care because they getting the money or whatever, but I'd rather just save my money and just talk to God.
Right.
I mean, in a sense, that's still therapy, though. It's just how you choose to use it. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times people use therapists because they don't feel comfortable talking to other people. They would rather talk to a stranger.
Right.
It's a lot of people that would rather talk to a stranger because a lot of times people just want to be heard.
Yeah.
And a therapist can kind of tell you what's wrong, right? I'm doing quotes because some people want to be told what's wrong with them versus being honest and just admitting what you know is wrong with you. You feel me? Like, some people got other stuff going on, right? Like, I don't believe I'm one of them people. Like, I don't think I'm schizophrenic or nothing like that. But the battles I have with, like, depression and stuff, that's stuff I got to be honest with myself about. You feel me? Like, I got to sit down and say, nigga, you are not good here. You put on this fake smile. Your social media low. Like, you start thinking about the shit that you put on yourself, right? That leads to you feeling that drain when you come home. You feel me? And it's like, damn, okay, this might be why I feel this way.
I was in a spot where I was just like, and Vince had to get me out. Like, I think it was just like a childhood trauma type of thing. And it was like, I don't feel like I deserved happiness. Nothing in my life seemed happy, or even like all the good shit that did happen, I didn't really give a fuck because all the negative shit was more prevalent in my life than all the positive shit. And then it's like sometimes like my mom does this thing where she's like, well, I don't know what life that you feel like you lived or whatever the case may be. I said, well, you're not me. You know what I mean? So how you seen that situation is different from how I seen the situation, and I feel like that's not fair that parents do that a lot. Like, oh, you didn't have it that hard. We was, but like you don't know what that looks like to a kid. You know what I mean? Not to get this at this moment, and you gotta wait and teach things and like just things that you're not prepared for. And I feel like parents don't do a good job in teaching those lessons of adulthood. Like, we get through the teenage years, your puberty stages, but nobody talks about what happens in your 20s, the real shit that happens in your 20s. Right. Like, you get these moguls that'll talk about, like, oh, well, learn this, and you'll be successful. That shit is not real. That shit is not real, bro. It's some niggas that is like homeless and all strung out on drugs. Right. Niggas is depressed and niggas just trying to find a way. It's niggas like right now we're all out of college and still trying to find our ways and things of that nature. But I feel like it's even hard now because there's no guidebook. And I literally was venting to my mom. I said, I don't have a blueprint.
Right.
I don't have nobody to say, hey, like, this is really the direction, like, I'm gonna take you under the wing. And I said, maybe that is like an abandonment, like a father thing, like, when it comes to male mentorship, like, if you're not trying to engage into like what I'm trying to do or trying to assist or help, or you leave me astray, then I'm like, fuck you. You know what I mean? And I'll just figure it out. Sure. But that leads to like self-destruction and stuff like that. And on another aid to that, I feel like a lot of the times that, like you said, we know what was wrong with us, we just don't want to fix it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
I think it's a lack of mentorships.
I never liked the mentorships. I said that like in an earlier episode. Like, I hate male mentorships. It's just because it's like when that figure is not the figure you want to be in your life or hasn't been in your life, it's like, why are you talking to me? Like, you're not an authoritative figure. Like, if you never had that prevalent early on, then it's like, nigga, I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to abide by your rules because who are you to me? Right. At the end of the day, because if you're not, and that's still that inner child. Somebody said you have to leave that in order for you to be successful. And like, we had like long talks. He said you need to take away that defensive, like, childhood inner city feel, like, in order for you to really let go and stuff like that. But sometimes you still need that guard because you don't know. It's a lot of evil people.
That's what's kept you safe.
Yeah, literally. Like, that's literally kept me grounded. Like, nigga, I could have been doing anything. Like,
No, facts.
shit is weird, and I think a lot of the times where it's like, shit, when nobody, like we were just talking about, nobody gives you any encouragement that a bitch, like, I remember I was watching that Juice WRLD documentary, and we talked about this too. He was talking about a bitch, like, yeah, I may have riches, I may have all this, but I'm a strung out junkie in real life. You know what I mean? Now I have resources to get everything, but I'm fucking depressed. Nobody understands me. I'm saying it in my music, but these shits is bops. So you're not like,
Facts.
like, all right. I was talking to Vince and I seen the TikTok. You ever seen like Hey Ya, like the song, and he's talking about like a breakup. But he says it real low. He says, y'all don't hear me. Y'all just gonna keep dancing. And then it goes to the chorus. But nobody
I ain't
ever
never even heard that part.
Right.
Yeah,
You never heard that part. But it's like a lot of people, and like, believe what you say with Kanye, like he's talking about like all his shit going on. But you like the beat, the upbeat tone and the Lauryn Hill sample and shit like that. So you're not really engaged of what you're saying, but he's really pouring his heart out and shit like that. I feel like I've been rambling.
No,
You
no,
ain't
you
been
make some good ass points.
You took the mic, but you ain't been rambling.
You made some good ass points. Cause like all the way back to what you said about your parents. Like I don't think in a lot of people's lives, right, single parent homes, you can get provision and love, right?
Shout out to the single mothers, man.
Shout out to
Shout out to them.
Like my mom was a great mom, right? Like she great provider. You feel me? Like, but she ain't teach me a lot. Like a lot of the shit I learned alone. You feel me?
It had to be
But
from a
I never feel like
figure.
she was a bad mom. You feel me? It's like I never went without. But I'm talking about how to fight, how to cut a yard, how to talk to a girl. Like all that shit was me in television, Cosby's or whatever the fuck, which is probably not the best.
Nah.
Cosby was a great show.
Single mothers.
Bill was a bad person,
are
but Cosby
very-
was a great show.
yeah.
But nevertheless, like, so it's like it took me getting older to realize, damn, this really hard to maintain to make it look like you're not struggling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I said those words specifically because we were still struggling. It just didn't look
Yeah.
like it. So I'm like, damn, okay. So now it's like I'd be scared to have a kid now. You feel me? Because it's like it's still shit, like you said, like inner child shit. It's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Some days I wake up. It's some days I wake up, bro, like, damn.
Black people,
I wish
shout
my
out to
pops
James.
would have been. You feel like I wish my pops would have been there. Like, I wish he would have taught me how to do X, Y, Z. I wish, but in a capacity that he could. You feel me? When he could afford to come around and he got his shit together, like he did come around and did a hell of a job. But it's like you do got to kill that inner child because there's a lot of hurt that's attached to that, and you project it, and you feel me? And if you're not gonna project it, then you're gonna put it on yourself. And
Yeah.
you're gonna seclude it, like be seclusive.
So it's important to have that 2-parent household
I think so.
type ordeal because
I
you
mean-
you don't see too many of that nowadays.
No, but you know, from like the people I know that do come from 2-parent households be really fucked up too. Because now you have two fucked up people raising you in a sense. You know what I mean? Now
Yeah, violent fucking
you may
people,
have your father's temperaments or you may have your mother's whatever. So even though those come in combined and you see the love but
They
what they're
have to be
unloading,
healthy.
they have to be healthy as well. So now when you come to a point where it's like, when you really sit down with those kids with the same, you be like, oh, well, I didn't fuck with this and this and this and that. They rather their parents not be together than anything else. And I don't know, like growing up with a single parent, like I've never seen my mom dibble and dabble like with other niggas. She just did her thing. I probably heard about it being nosy, but it was never like in my face. And I feel like now new generation parents are making it so in their kids' faces. Like I'm fucking with X, Y, and Z. I'm here. I'm there. Like social media has fucked that up for raising new children.
Seeing how we talking about social media, it's fucked up everything.
Yeah.
Society alone, relationships, how you view people, how you view your life. Just because somebody is leveling up does not mean you gotta tap into their story and you gotta copy the same thing that they're doing. Everybody got their own avenue.
Yup.
But we got a lot of people nowadays that portray everything off TV, celebrities, and it's like I can't have them same conversations with people anymore because it's just like, why are you basing everything off of a show?
Yeah.
But what deems a real relationship now? Because everything that you like, what you was talking about even in the last episode about the sex, everything is equated from Twitter. Oh, I seen this bitch do this shit on Twitter. I gotta see this. Oh, I
Twitter,
seen
Instagram,
that
TikTok,
this
everything.
motherfucker gave me 1 million gifts. I seen it on Twitter. I need to emulate this in my relationship. Oh, motherfuckers like they motherfuckers is spitting in their mouth. Oh, that's a new trend. Let me do it. Let me do this. So what deems a real relationship in this new age of everything? Because everybody's mimicking some type of style.
See, that's
based.
hard. That's
It's like a fucking brainwashing vision board. You don't know what to really believe and what you want, because all this shit is so many different people's opinions on how things could be guided at once. You don't even know what you want for yourself.
One time,
that's a great
back in college, we was doing like some affirmations and stuff, and we were talking about the kind of things we look for in affirmations, the kind of things that we try to, the affirmations we try to give to our partners, or love languages and stuff. That's what it was. And I had to admit, like, I don't know what my love language is, and I don't know if I've only adapted a love language based on what I think it's supposed to look like. Like, this is how I'm supposed to treat a person. This is how I'm supposed to do all that based on what I had thought it was supposed to look like.
Natural feeling.
Yeah. So it was like I'm losing my point, but it was like, I don't know if this is me or if this is just what I've been told it's supposed to be.
And I think to that point with social media, I think there's a lot more creatives, right, in the world, but I think there's way less individuality, right? Like, I think, bro, I was in the club in Houston, right, just past weekend or 2 weekends ago.
How was that, actually? Because it was like y'all was going
great,
up for real.
It was a great time. It was a great time. But what I seen in there was people in this section, right? So they, for the most part, the party scene has got rid of the dance floor.
Yeah.
So it's all sections, and so many people got their phones propped up, either recording a video or making a TikTok. And it's like, content is reality now.
Yeah.
And that's a spooky thing, because now it's like we're talking about the negatives of social media and how it affects our relationships and our mental health and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Like, reality is starting to become less and less prevalent. Like, you can buy gas, like take a loan on gas. Or I don't even know the word I'm trying to do.
Klarna and shit.
I need gas right now, but I can buy it on a credit card. Like, I can buy it on credit. You feel me? But then I'm gonna go home and not go nowhere. I'm gonna put on an Oculus, or I'm gonna get on social media. Like, the metaverse is becoming more real, and that's scary because it's really affecting us that much. And I know a lot of us feel like, nah, I ain't getting affected that much. Yes, you are. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way your dance moves.
How you talk to your girl.
We men, you feel me? So we do certain shit based on the trend of what women enjoy. So boom, like, social media is crazy, and I think the only way to break it is like for the next big creative to find a way to bring people attention away from it. But it's hard.
We need to, like, literally, you remember how, like, Nick used to do the Worldwide Day of Play? Where they shut that shit down?
Oh, damn.
That's what needs to happen. Like, niggas, we gotta, like,
put your phones down. Like, it was stuff like that.
But that go back to, like, the lives that we are living. Like, a lot of us, like, shit, it be times where the life you live in, even though you in reality, it's not enjoyable.
Fact.
So you gotta go on there and you gotta, like, spend your hours and your days on there and like, do that. And so that's like, I get what the metaverse is, but it is not healthy because you're not really healing yourself. All you doing, especially when you're on these apps and stuff, all you doing is like numbing yourself.
Right.
Like you get off of that, and now you back and you within yourself, but you not really there no more, for real. Yep. Like it don't be the same no more. Like, it be too much on social media. Like, you become desensitized. They be showing dead people on social media. It's like, and you don't. I used to see that shit, and like on Facebook in middle school and shit. You see something happen, or somebody even come close to dying, and you like, damn, bro, that's a life. Now you see it, and it's like, damn, bro, just died. Swipe. And like,
and then also too, like, when people get into like car accidents or in the hospital, you ain't gotta post that on the media, bro. Heal in private by yourself.
I think it's an attention thing.
Yeah, like,
for sure.
And then people will cry and be on social media too. Like, you look dumb.
Attention is a currency now.
Yeah.
And it's valuable.
It's a drug.
You feel me? It's valuable as hell. Like,
Black Mirror gave these niggas the blueprint. Like, y'all ever watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's on Netflix.
It's
you
on
gotta
Netflix.
watch it. It's like it's an anthology series based on like technology and stuff, and just like how in the end technology is gonna end up fucking us up.
I seen like a little documentary with social media of how, like, you know, when you thinking of certain things and your phone pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And it does that.
on
It
some
does.
crazy shit.
I heard it's like a It's a device recording you. Like, say if we're talking about airplanes and shit like that. Like, I was just talking to Vince about something, and all that shit will come up in my ads and
Flight
stuff like that.
views,
Yeah,
all that
like
thing,
all that will come up in my ads. So it is it's a thing that is like a recording device in your thing to like give you what you're interested in, type of shit like that. It's weird shit.
And then I think just going back to like the mental health stuff, and it forces you to eventually be like, all right, these are some of the things that I expect. These are some of the ways everybody living this way. I should be living this way. And I think that causes people to like y'all said, kind of really be harder on yourself, because you watching niggas your age, especially when like I'm 25, so I consider myself to be older now. So it's like when you 22 and you watching niggas live like in these like and now I'm being older and watching 22-year-olds or 18-year-olds in mansions and stuff, niggas talking about I'm getting like this kind of currency. It'd be like, bro, not even on the hating shit, but it's like, what is life? Like, what is this shit actually? What is this shit, bro?
And it fuck you up, bro, because it's like one of the struggles I had with college, you know what I mean? Like, when we talked about it, was I was older already. So, like, I would see people who just act certain ways and, like, the attention and shit. It's like, what the am I doing something wrong? Like, am I missing something? Like, I'm struggling to get through this bitch. And y'all niggas is, you feel me? Like, college was such a weird reality check for me because it was like hood gangbanger suburban kids, right? Like, you grew up in a nice area, but you want to be gangster. That don't make sense. Then you would have, like, the super rich young nigga who you from doing whatever you got to do to get money. Like, that makes sense to me, but it's also like, damn, I must be doing something wrong. Like, so you see all this shit on social media, so now you amplify it. I should not know what anybody is doing in fucking LA, bro. Like, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, in Hollywood, I shouldn't know how you living in Hollywood, bro. And you shouldn't be acting like it's casual. But then you look at the psychology of it, that is casual to them. Like, I seen, it was a tweet, and I'm sure y'all probably seen it if y'all didn't, but a lady said $100,000 a year wasn't a lot of money.
Oh yeah, she said 10,000. She said
10,000 a month, right?
Yeah, she couldn't survive off 10,000 a month.
She said
and she's
couldn't
25
survive.
years old. I'm like, well, what are you spending?
But this is the thing, so it's like to her, she might not. Like, because of her spending habits and because of what is normal to her, it might not be enough. But it took me a while to get to that point, because I'm like, 10,000 a month?
It all goes back to like when you in high school and they not teaching that financial literacy.
They're never gonna do that.
They're never
Ever.
You living outside your means at that point. Don't get me wrong, certain shit is going up. Rent has gone up. Gas obviously has gone up. Food has gone up. But
food ain't even food no more.
Certain shit just it's the need to keep up with people and to have to be like, all right, I'm on this wave. This is what I'm doing. $100,000 a year right now for me, especially at 25, nigga, I would be okay. I would be more than okay with that right now.
If I'm getting 10K a month,
nigga,
I'm chilling.
I think
Just saving.
The real villain here is fucking Elon Musk.
Why is he the
that
villain?
nigga was about to buy Twitter.
In cash.
Yeah.
In cash.
$43 billion in
How
cash.
dare
He tried to buy
But
it.
not even
I
that.
would have dropped Twitter that day though. I ain't gonna lie.
The
Like, what?
They gonna start doing subscriptions.
The reason why I say that shit, this nigga is trying to figure out how to implement people's memories into something else. And he's trying to take over something that is very opinionated and morph it into something. If that is not like the ideas of like a intelligent villain, bro, like not saying like he probably is a great person, you know what I mean? But like those are like telltale red flags. Hey y'all, like this nigga is like on some I know how to rule the world.
He not a narcissist, but it's something else. Like a what's the other shit called? Where it's like bro, they like I'll just go.
What letter does it start with?
I feel like it's like pathology, not pathology, but it's like that nigga is basically setting shit up like he said, but he doing it in a certain way where it's like this seems simple, this seems simple, this seems simple, but all three of these things is connected, and they go I'ma fuck some shit up when I do that. Like
the spooky part is if let's say he is evil, right? He already got enough to accomplish whatever he's gonna accomplish.
Right.
Sadly, but if he not, the person after him. Like, I'm more worried about the person that comes after Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos stop having that war. Like, the person that comes in and gets them to combine their money together or something. Like, that's the person that's scary to me. Because I mean, as bad as we wanted to avoid it, like even though it's just movies and shit, like people really want human robots. Like the world wants that for some reason. You feel like the world wants. I just seen something like it was a box, but it was a whole house, but it was just a box, and it was an Elon Musk smart house or something like. That's the world they want to go to. Niggas is going to Mars for fun or to the moon for fun.
Not for fun. I feel like we are trying to
die.
They know that the planet, like, not on no conspiracy shit, but
I believe in the conspiracy.
We all like all these scientists just got arrested for peacefully protesting and saying like, yo, the world is fucked right now. Niggas gotta get our shit together. That shit don't get covered. It's not on no major news stations at all. Like, niggas is trying to get up out of here. Y'all getting all these prices is going up. Y'all creating metaverses for niggas to live in.
Raising the pay rate.
We in fucking Wall-E and any other like post-apocalyptic world where niggas is like, y'all seen Ready Player One or whatever?
Yeah,
shit like that, living on top of each other but living in a whole nother metaverse. And it's like, if niggas just take the time and fix what we got here right now, we will be okay. That shit ain't good. That shit ain't healthy for you, bro.
It's not, bro.
Where do you see the world in like 5 to 10 years?
5? I don't think it's much different. I think it's like at the pace it's going, more technology. You feel me? More shit unaffordable.
I don't think in our lifetime we're going to see like the real fucked up area in our lifetime.
I feel like we're about to have a World War III with the shit that's going on right now in the Ukraine and Russia. That nigga keep bringing up nukes, and it's
I mean, like, that's every dictator though.
No, but it's like
that's every.
You gotta just look
Putin,
at
right?
We
Was
know Putin or Vladimir, whatever. What
I can't think of Russia,
it makes no sense for world-ending bombs to even exist. If we know we drop one of these bombs, the whole planet is gonna be fucked up, or niggas is gonna cause. It should be no reason for no person to have that kind of power. No one person should be able to decide for a whole country of people, yeah, we about to go to war and we about to. And even the idea of war to me is like dumb as hell. Y'all niggas is like coming into people's homes and fighting and shit. Y'all want to settle some shit? We clear out land, find an island, and y'all get shit done there.
Duke it out.
Y'all have a really battle royale and live stream that shit.
It made me stop playing Call of Duty because you know they might. Like, oh yeah, your KD rate. Oh, you shoot good. You want to come over and actually want to
aid to that shit. I low key think that should be giving you PTSD.
Call of Duty?
Yes,
I think so,
bro. Because
especially having them headphones in and
them headphones and you like hearing certain shit and then be like, bro, like this is simulating you going to war. Every time you hearing loud explosions, you like, what the fuck is that? Like you in urgency. You see what I'm saying?
No, I definitely think people got PS. Like those people who be rage quitting, like before it got popular, like before it was popular to record yourself doing it. I think they would really feel something. Like I ain't gonna lie, I be days on the game where I'm mad for real. Like, bro, I'm getting off. I'm not about to break my shit because I spent money on it, but I'm getting off. I'm mad.
My homie
just
did that.
Protect
shit.
yourself.
You feel me? Like I'm
from what's
like I heard this nigga literally break his, like you hear it breaking a fucking controller because he's mad like about some shit.
Niggas used to hoop or play football or play baseball or something, like you would get mad, right?
2K.
You feel me? Like you, even before it was a game, like you'd be hooping and you lose, you might kick the ball, you might throw the ball or something. You're not necessarily trying to fight or you're not like that mad. You mad, but you ain't that mad. The game has made people more mad than I've ever seen somebody mad about
stressed
a sport.
out.
Yeah. Like,
very stressed out.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm replaying Saints Row right now, and I'm at a point where it's like I keep having to redo the same mission. I keep beating the mission, my shit not saving. So now when I do go back, it is like, nigga, like that shit. I feel that shit come up in me, and it be like. But it's like it ain't enough to break the controller. It's
all
like,
right, so let me ask y'all this. I don't mean to cut y'all off or anything, but this is really good because I'll be looking for conversations like this. So all y'all are gamers, right? Y'all play the game. Not all the time, but you had your days when you want to play. Do you miss the games that they had back then when they had like the P1, the P2, all the games that you used to play, and then nowadays with the P4 and the P5, it's not too many games that you play.
So what I was just talking, I was in Philly for like 2 weeks, and I was talking to my homies back at the crib, and we were saying, I said, remember I was playing this game called Brutal Legend. It was like Jack Black had his game.
Yeah, I played that. That's the whole game. Yeah.
So I said, what happened to the games with the storylines? Nobody gives a fuck. It's got to be multiplayer, battle royales. That's it. That's all you can play now. That has
Fortnite,
is nothing.
all that stuff.
It's nothing now that has substance to
Everything
like.
is
Def Jam
good-ass
Fight for
fucking
New
game.
York.
So I still play RPGs. My fault. I still play RPGs. It's some real good storylines out there. I think we just expect a lot because everything else has a massive storylines too. Like Saints Row has a storyline,
Right.
But it don't take itself serious. But like the first two, like
Yeah.
their storyline was pretty good. So it's like if you playing Final Fantasy, and the storyline is like on par with Saints Row or something, it's like, bro, I would rather play multiplayer because it should be deeper. I expect it to be deeper.
But it's like to a point where it's like, Halo had a fucking storyline. Halo had it was like I'm getting Halo to
It was
play
so
the
dramatic.
story. Niggas
That's
got
what you're
games
saying.
to play
Yeah.
the story mode. Niggas ain't playing the game. Niggas is playing to see what the multiplayer is like. Go straight GTA,
That's true.
whatever. And
Yeah,
now GTA,
San
you got
Andreas.
different modifications. You could do different shit now. So it's like niggas. It's not everything is transforming us to a quicker,
Yeah.
Our attention
easier.
span is short.
Yeah.
Because of this though, like because of social media, our attention span is shorter. So it's like I could never play the whole Final Fantasy, right? Final Fantasy is a long game, like
super fucking long.
what's that game that just came out? Elden Ring or something. I'm never
That-
gonna play that. They said there's so much gameplay and so much game,
The map is so big.
I couldn't play it. My attention span ain't and I'll be mad. Like I just started back reading physical books to
Yeah.
try to increase my attention span. It ain't working that good, but you feel like
Yeah.
I can tell it shrunk. You know what I mean? That shit's sick. So that's
Yeah.
probably why the storylines went from campaign, like storyline to campaign.
I like Elder Scrolls Skyrim. If you ever watch,
See, those type of games, I can't
never
really
played
get
that
into them, man.
if you play it, you get interested.
I would want to
It's
break
like
my
first person,
TV.
right?
Yeah, it's first person, and then you can go into third person. It's a lot of shit to it, but it's like a role playing game, and you get to pick your race and shit like that. And
I like RPGs. That shit could be pretty cool. That was like VR before VR. Too.
yeah,
Somebody told me, and I think me and you might have talked about it. But y'all niggas watch anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got on the Hunter x Hunter, so I already know. I know me and
sure.
Justin talked about some anime. Nas is like,
I'm alright.
know,
I
he-
dip in
he's
and
one of
out.
them.
Sometimes I'll watch some anime.
Literally
though.
got Bakugo just screaming at the
Yeah,
world
I
right
just
now.
I sometimes I go back and forth, but go ahead.
Somebody told me basically like anime, like for niggas who watch anime, you know animes have like great storylines. So then going from watching anime and then going to watching a movie or a TV show or some shit, and it don't be like no storyline, that's where it'd be like I can't fuck with this now.
What
Facts.
what anime character is your spirit animal that
I-
you can
I
look at
wouldn't
the
know.
most and be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I could kind of relate in a way, but
I'ma
he kind of
say
screams.
Naruto.
Okay. Okay, I'm
fuck
gonna
with
definitely say
Naruto.
that. I'm gonna say My Hero. You know what
I
I'm
fuck with
saying?
My Hero.
Bakugo really brings. I'm a Leo, so we kind of got that fire to like be mean.
He this nigga with the things.
yeah,
on it.
yeah.
Josh,
I
you don't
think-
come off like a mean nigga though.
Listen, when you, I ain't gonna lie to you, I
Bakugo
don't
is
like people
always
at
mean.
times. I don't. That's why I look at Bakugo because it's like he'll talk to you, but at the same time he just like he go about his day. Like he ain't trying to politic with you unless you bring some type of substance where it's just like okay, because I think what's his name, Kirishima or whatever. He was the one that could harden his body up. He was tolerating Bakugo, and Bakugo will push him away, but he just kept coming.
Right.
And Bakugo was like, you know what? I fuck with you. You still coming around even when I'm pushing your ass away, but you know you a good asset. You my friend now.
Gotta watch My
I
Hero.
don't know,
again.
bro. I think mine is like on one of them off brands. I think like off brand animes, like Sword Art Online. I can't think of his main character, but that's like that'd be like somebody like that. I want to save everybody, bro.
I don't like sword art.
You don't like it?
I
like
tried
the first
getting
two.
into it,
The first two
didn't
was
like
cool. I like anything where they get stuck in the game, bro. I love that shit.
Ain't stuck in the game?
Yeah, anything where they
That's
get
new.
like stuck into a game or somewhere like they was playing a game and they can't take the helmet off, shit like that. I love
Like
those kinda.
Digimon.
Damn.
I be
Nah, I consider that more like Pokemon though.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't really consider that in the same class what I'm talking about, but like those kind though. Like I read the mangas on shit like that.
Were y'all them Yu-Gi-Oh niggas that wanted to
I
do little
watch
things
Yu-Gi-Oh!
on the
Not
card?
that watch
Let's
the
tell the
play.
truth now.
I'm not an anime nigga like that. I try to get into anime. It's just not my. It's like I'll get into it, but it's like it's too long.
It's not.
I
It
watch
be-
Yu-Gi-Oh. I would never play the card game.
Yeah,
You
my
never had the
brothers had the
cards?
cards,
Collected them.
like a bunch of them, like
Had like a little
stacks.
booklet, you know, you flip through like an old disc player and everything.
Not
I
the
had-
disc player. I wasn't that.
No, I'm saying like they'll have like the little book and they'll flip it like it was pages.
Oh,
And
yeah,
all the
yeah.
rare cards that they had, they put them in the slots whatever, and we just had like a little.
Oh yeah,
little
yeah, I
book.
remember that.
Everybody had that. Some
Yeah.
people had that.
Anime
I had a card
took
collection
over.
for a little bit.
Anime got me through depression though.
Okay.
Cartoons and shit.
And they
Naruto.
relatable too. Like if you're going through
Yeah.
depression, like you kind of will find yourself in an anime. No
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like the spirit animal thing. Like you got like a certain character.
Yeah.
You took Naruto, like that first arc of Naruto, like where you finding out that people turned his back on him, and yet he still keep putting himself out there, and people keep like, if you going through it, bro, you just shed a tear and get through some shit watching
Oh
Naruto.
God, I done shed a couple tears watching Naruto, and was just
cried?
like, Naruto has like, nigga, you can't watch him find out about Jiraiya and not feel no kind of way.
Facts.
Like, cause that nigga, like, he like, yo, what's up? Like, what y'all doing? What's going on? And everybody in that bitch like, yo, it's some shit we gotta tell you. And it's like,
Yeah.
that shit was hard. But it was like, it don't even be necessarily what they go through. It be how they get through it.
Yeah.
And niggas be like, yo, but they be real about it too, and that's what helped. It make you understand, like, all right, your pain is like, it's kind of the same as theirs. Like, even though they characters, how they dealing with their pain and how they go through it is like something you can learn from. And like that nigga was like, bro, I can't go through life like holding on to the pain. And that shit, like, it's simple, but that shit be like,
Some mature ass 12, 13-year-olds, bro.
Right.
Like I wouldn't like that at 12 or 13, bro.
no, I just rewatched Naruto. Like,
You
not rewatched it, but
No,
just,
I'm saying them. The
Oh,
characters are
yeah.
some mature ass 12.
Oh, yeah.
But back
Definitely.
then, when you was watching anime, you was made fun of.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's, oh, you watch anime? Oh, it's super cool now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm seeing women now watching anime out of nowhere. I'm like, how do you even know about this? I thought you was gonna talk shit about me if I watched it, but nah, it's cool.
Cause motherfuckers know now, like, anime is not like, anime ain't one of them things where niggas can just be like, yo, cause all you gotta do is show niggas, like, watch this.
Facts.
Sit down and just watch it. Watch a few episodes. And like, shit, my roommate, CJ, niggas to sit down and I watch some anime and now he watching the whole series or something. Like, that's all it take. All it take is for people to see it as like,
And I'm his roommate, and I don't be.
he be.
I'll watch some
surprised
Attack
me.
on Titan when I catch it.
Bro,
I'll watch it, but
Nigga.
I
ain't seen
can't.
that one yet.
Yeah,
I ain't watched that Attack on. I haven't started it because I haven't been.
in the best of moods.
I'm not gonna
That's
sit
when
down
I
and dedicate the
started
time to it. I don't think. Like I haven't started Attack on Titan or One Piece for the reason that they're
No.
too long.
I haven't started One Piece
You
yet.
might as well just leave One Piece alone, bro.
For
'cause
real?
that's like 1,000,000 episodes, and
It's 1,500
it's
episodes.
you gonna keep going
Damn.
for years.
Yeah, see, like I like shit like Black Clover, and they don't even got another season on TV of that. Like I just be watching like reading anime and shit.
Please don't
The
say
manga,
Dragon
rather.
Ball Z. I love
No,
Dragon
no.
Ball Z to the.
I ain't a Dragon Ball Z
definitely,
fan.
but it's the same arc.
It's not. It's not the same mark,
Bro,
Don't say
Y'all
that.
about
They
to get
keep-
this nigga into anime.
Listen, bro. All I'm saying is
It's a lot of repetitive shit. This episodes could be quicker, but as a kid, Saturday, 7 p.m. that shit coming on Toonami, nigga, you is not like.
But
Toonami.
those was good though. Like I think because only arcs I ever seen on Toonami was Frieza, Cell, even Majin
Super
Buu kind of
Buu,
was
the Buu.
towards the end of it.
Yeah,
So anything after that, it do kind of feel repetitive. That's why I'm watching no more. But that little Ultra Instinct shit was kind of cool.
yeah.
though.
I just watched.
shit was
I
kinda
just
cool.
finished Super. Super was really good. But you know, something I also realized, I used to like be like, I'm gonna wait till the whole series come out. But now I'm watching it like episode by episode. It feel a whole lot better, and then it give me something to look forward to. On the like for the next episode, like it's not that instant gratification where it's like I'm getting it as soon as I want it, or like it's like you gotta wait for it, and like some shit is worth waiting for. And I think like in life, like that's something I'm trying to like learn, like with everything. Like it's okay to wait for it. Like anything that you can get. I ain't gonna say anything you can get fast is bad, because a motherfucker drop $1 million in my account right now, y'all won't see me.
I'm gone.
That's perfect.
Oh,
But-
see how we on that topic. So say like you get the lotto, right? Lotto like 87.5 million. You the only one that know. You the only one, because when you win the lottery, they put you on TV, which I
know.
think is a huge fat ass
Yeah,
setup.
I'm
that
telling
shit
them
Especially if
niggas no camera
motherfuckers know
time.
you.
No
Oh.
camera time. No camera time.
I think you can hire like an attorney to get it for you or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Like that's
Oh,
got-
no
I
that's
don't
camera
think you
time?
necessarily gotta go and be on camera to pick it up.
Oh, okay. I thought it was almost
yeah,
like you
Some
had
people
this-
wear like masks and shit like that.
I would do that.
But shit, like you got 87.5, but Uncle Sam
take like a lot
Gonna
of that
cut
shit.
that
Yeah.
and brutally half.
Not saying it's okay, but if I only paid $1 for this and I'm getting like 50 million out of my 80 million, I ain't gonna be like,
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be
I'm
tripping
not even
like
taking
that.
a lump sum if I win the lottery. Like I know a lot of people will. I'm
Yeah,
not even
take
taking a lump
the
sum. I'm taking the monthly
annual.
payments. Like
Yeah.
it just is what it is. Cause I
Because you can't
don't-
have it all at once, right?
I'm not responsible enough.
Right.
you can get it all at once. I would, depending on if my kids can continually have it after the month to month, because of course, that month to month, I'm gonna probably be dead by the time the money run out. But I don't want them niggas to have
But
that
I
shit
think you
either.
can set up
Right.
an account. Like you can set up accounts with access after a certain age and shit like that. You could do that.
Oh yeah, well that would be nice.
See,
Like,
stuff like
generational
this.
wealth.
See, stuff like this is not taught in schools, which is a problem because a lot of times you go out in the streets or whatever, you see kids just like buying hella designer or whatever.
I
and
never understood that shit in high school. I
Why is
really never-
niggas wearing like $4,000 worth of J's or like the newest designer Mason Margiela and stuff
I
like
don't
that?
know
When
who
you
the hell
can
that is.
you could take that 4,000 and use it for something else that you need, a fucking car.
It's trendy, bro. Like a lot of shit is about like even what we talking about with anime, right? And then back to like all this shit tied together, like mental health, social media, all this shit, like forced trends. I can't pronounce a lot of the shit that's expensive to wear.
Ferragamo, yeah.
I'm not
That was
wearing
a
that.
big thing. That was
Ferragamo.
a big thing
No,
in high
definitely
school.
Ferragamo.
Ferragamo was a huge thing in high school, bro.
I was not
The
into
belts.
it.
The Balenciagas,
Oh, yeah.
the
The
tall,
big Skechers.
The belts.
No,
All the
I-
runners. You talking
bright
about the
red,
runners?
the
Yeah.
bright reds, the bright blue Balenciaga joints.
And them shits
the
was
bulky
ugly.
that's uncomfortable.
Nigga, what
I
else?
know
Was,
that.
what else
But
was?
that's like you
The
got
Gucci belts.
That's the thing though. It's like you wear this shit and then people give you this unearned clout.
Yeah,
Cause I went and put this shit on, so now I'm that nigga. You feel
Yeah.
me? And that shit is stupid.
Oh, that costs
When-
money. Yeah.
Like Nas, you got on your own brand right now. That should be just as important as going outside and wearing a Gucci.
Support
the orange.
black businesses.
But if a nigga go outside and be like, oh bro, you got the orange Gucci on, cause Gucci don't typically do orange, so it's like you
Yeah.
going crazy. But
some of these brands
should
is
be the same.
racist too.
most of them are.
And most of them are.
It's about culture shock. I was watching that in
Just 'cause I'm a nigga.
Joe Budden. It was one of them podcasts I was watching. I guess I shouldn't be.
Y'all
talking
be
to people.
watching Joe.
He's
He watching
schizophrenic.
Joe Budden.
That man is schizophrenic.
I watched
Listen.
I watched Joe Budden, Joe Rogan, Mike Tyson.
I like Mike
Wallow-
Tyson.
Oh,
Wallow
not
and
Joe.
Gilly.
Joe Rogan is
Yeah,
the
I watched-
racist, not Joe Budden.
But
I'm
I like his
tweaking.
conspiracies because he be having some shit. They be talking about some.
I definitely like
conspiracies.
Mike Tyson.
Who else I look? 85 South for a good laugh.
For sure.
And I think that's it. I think and Wallow and Gilly. But speaking of Wallow and Gilly, I got a chance to like sit down and talk with them niggas on a one-on-one type of time, and that's what made me wear my shit. I always seen Wallow in his shit. Like, yeah, he'll have like some Adidas pants or some shit like that, or some other person's brand on there. But he always had his shit on. And then one of my sons asked me, he was like, "Bro, you always wearing your shit." Number one, I got like 4 or 5 sweatshirts. You know what I mean? And I got t-shirts. It's like, why not? You know what I mean? Like,
wouldn't I wear my
why
shit?
wouldn't I wear my shit? You know what I mean? And then it's like, shit, other people rock with it and shit like that. It's nothing more gratifying to see like your brand, and we're not even starting a clothing line. You know what I mean? We're trying to start a media company and shit like that. But
Shit's hard, by the way.
thank you. But it's just like the thing of it is just like seeing what you thought of on somebody else and you didn't even ask them like, hey, shout me out. They just wearing it with a regular outfit. It's like so dope to me. I don't give a fuck if you did it just cause or this is your cleaning shirt or whatever. The fact that you bought it, you're wearing it just cause or you're
When
going with
niggas
an
see
outfit.
niggas in hoodies, it be a good feeling. It'd be like, bro, y'all fuck with us. I fuck
Literally.
with that.
And it's not like one of the like the brown hoodies we gotta come back out with the brown hoodies.
Need one.
But like motherfuckers be wearing them bitches, but I made sure like these was gonna be hoodies that's heavy that you can wear every day. Like shit, I don't even need a coat. This bitch heavy as fuck.
Like, this
Like
that good heavy
yeah,
hoodie.
this like this my smoker hoodie. This is like I'm about to run to the store hoodie. That's what I wanted when it came to that shit. And then it's like when it comes to I didn't mean to make it like that, but when it comes to like this shit, like this, somebody made this, like somebody sketched this out for me. I like shit like that. Like I don't like to be like, all right, let's go on the graphic. I need for you to sketch it. I want to see it. This is how I want it to look, but I know your artistic touch is going to add a little some flair to it, and it's going to give it some more. Yeah, like we bounce off ideas, me and Vince. You know what I mean? But other than that, like shit, I got this on, I got the Humble Beast joint on, and it was just like, shit, like, and if you look at the B, it's like it's a good side and it's a bad side. It's conscious decisions, you know, and you being humble. How do I want to take an aggressive approach, or do I want to take a peaceful approach when becoming this humble beast? So,
but it is important to get, like, you know, when you see your stuff out there, you know, get your little recognition, whatever, because you know.
I mean, you gotta wear it like it's designer. Like,
literally.
that's the thing. Like, people wear designer because of what comes with it. It's not that these clothes are comfortable or that this is top dollar fashion. And 9 times out of 10, if it is, the people that we're seeing ain't wearing it. You feel me? Like, I'm sure Diddy's sweaters feel a lot different than who's somebody lower than Diddy? Nigga Gunna sweaters. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure this shit feels different. So it's like, wear your shit. Like, wear your own shit. You know what I mean? Because we fetishize this designer shit. You feel me? Like, I'm not doing that. Like I said earlier about the cars. Like, bro, I'm not trying to go get no fucking crazy ass car. Why would I go get a Trackhawk when I'm not gonna drive it fast?
man,
I'm just keeping it real. I'm not gonna drive it fast. Why would I do that when I could have spent that money on something else? So it's like hitting the lottery shit. I would say that shit for my kid. Like, not say I'm gonna spend it, don't get me wrong, but I'm irresponsible because even though I'm talking against that shit, I ain't never had shit. So I might go get some shit to satisfy that child in me that ain't never had shit. So it's like, okay, let's break this shit down, right? I can slowly build a plan on how to spend this money. I can build a business. I can build a brand. I can build, you know, different shit based on this.
Teach them why they
increments of this money. You feel me? Like, and then when I got kids, I got to put up.
Yeah. And that's one thing I had to, like, you know, Vince, like, kind of, I still do it. Like, I like expensive shit.
And that's okay. And that's okay to, like.
It is
not
to
when he was doing
to
it.
the way I was doing it. I can agree. I was ODing, but it's just like I look at it like this costs the most. This must be the best. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have nothing less than the best. You know what I mean? So that was my thing. Like, I always wanted. I don't give a fuck if these jeans was $60. These jeans that's $20 don't look like these $60. These must be the best jeans. Right. I know that's like a weird mentality of thinking. Like, I kind of morphed it.
It's I ain't never had shit. Yeah. I can afford this shit now. Like, that's common for us. Like, that's why it's all the dope boys from wherever we from. They do all the same shit. Like, I ain't never had shit. Now I'm about to get the most expensive shit. And it takes us to the designer. They buy the designer because it's the most, you know what I mean? It's the most expensive. Like,
this is not on no hate shit. This is just
no, it's
real
not.
life.
It's just,
I feel what you're saying.
Like, but that's why you gotta take your own mind back, bro. Like, a lot of us aren't individuals no more. Like, it's a lot of group think going on, bro. Like, a lot of pack thinking going on. Like, we don't think for ourselves. Because when I leave this bitch, I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna do this for a long fucking time, bro, while I'm driving. Like, because I'm gonna feel like I missed a bunch of shit while we're sitting here. Right. Probably ain't missed shit. And the shit you did miss don't even apply to you
at all.
But out of habit, you gonna do it. And I think that's what fuck with our. I think that's what fuck with our self-esteem and fuck with our mindset and our mental state about a lot of shit. Because it's like we had this don't leave me or don't want to feel left out. You feel me? And I got imposter syndrome bad, right? And so it's like I don't want to be left out, but I also don't feel like I deserve to be there. So I'm left in the consumer spot, like a spectator spot, where it's like I just gotta watch social media. And like that shit sucks.
I never heard of that.
I heard about imposter syndrome, but I didn't know how that worked.
It's just basically feeling like you don't deserve. Like, it don't matter how much good shit you do, you just don't feel like you're deserving of whatever gratification you get or like whatever accolades you get.
Wouldn't that be the same as like unappreciated?
Nah.
No, because people can show appreciation, but you just still feel like you not. This isn't you. You shouldn't even be here. Like, and it ain't even got to be after you get the shit. It could be even before. It could be like, I'm not gonna take that job because I'm not qualified for it. But you, nigga, that shit just require a bachelor's degree. You got that. Go for it.
Or might not even try type shit. Like, you might not even try. Like, for instance, like, I keep bringing shit to music because I'm making music, but it's like I could be taking music this direction, but I take it this direction because it's safe. Because I really don't feel like I deserve to be here. Right? When this direction is gonna get me here quicker because I got the talent, I take this direction because it's safer. Because a part of me kind of don't want to ever make it. And that's imposter syndrome.
Plan your work and work your plan.
See, I don't know. Like, I feel like with a lot of things, like even going way back to like me venting to my mom, I was like, I had to come to a point where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I always go with the biblical terms because I was in Catholic school majority of my life, but like it's like Moses. Like, at one point, Moses didn't know where the fuck he was finna go. He was going.
He kept going.
But at a point where he was like, God said, you're not deserving of going where we needed you to go. You know what I mean? But I looked at that as I might not be able to go, but my kids might go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Or somebody I inspired might go. That might be my purpose. Because then Jacob took them niggas to what it was the promised land. Yeah, I'm going. I got the pack. I'm going. I know where we trying to go, but I don't know what. It might be snakes. It might be it might be all this different shit.
Leading.
I'm leading, and I had to shut down because I'm like, I ain't got like no lead either. Like, where's the map? Like,
where I'm supposed to go?
I just be wondering like what the conversations be like when God like talking to like Luke, Joshua.
But what's so crazy? And this is about me watching Joe Rogan. They said the Bible was made from psychedelics, like mushrooms. Like, you hear about a nigga talking to a burning bush, you gonna be like, this nigga off wet. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, on some shit like. You gonna be like, if a nigga like look into the sky and God turned around and showed him a glimpse of his back, and that was the most beautiful thing you seen, it do equate to like some nigga taking shrooms or the ayahuasca or the DMT or some shit like that. And they was like, it was something in those type of drugs that possessed them that they could see a God or something to reveal them to that, and translated that into a higher like learning, because I seen this shit on social media. It was like basic instructions being before leaving Earth. That's like the Bible term. I was like, that could be
That's
very
what
true.
I was always taught from like a kid.
Never knew. That was like my first time ever seeing
the Bible is like it's not a blueprint, but it's like a guide. It's a starting guide. It's like, this is how you supposed to live your life. Like,
but even then, still, like, say if like, all right, everybody's waiting for the second coming.
I'm also wondering too when I was there, I'm like, are they passing around this book?
But that's what I said. A lot of things have been ripped out. Like a lot of chapters have been ripped out. A lot of like just to have war and things of that nature.
I can't really get into the Bible because I feel like
it's been tampered.
The Bible has been tampered with for sure, but I also feel like in some instances, like the Bible is a crutch. Like, we probably would not have been slaves for so long if we ain't had a Bible. Like,
but I would say this though, the Bible, the Bible's way of slaves is not how white people did like slavery. Though.
I'm not saying like they got it out the Bible, but them teaching us like, all right, Christianity and everything, and this is how you give hope to people to make them keep going.
Right.
And I feel like in them times, if I ain't have hope, I would have just ended shit. And
it was no like society consequence of it, like no push. You feel like, all right, so back to the John Lennon imagine it was no heaven, no hell, no, it was just a life of peace. Mm-hmm. Those things like suicide and those things like that would be non-existent of a thought of, I'm doing this would be bad for me to do. I'm going to hell, or this is no consequence of that.
Well, yes, that, but it's also like, it's like brainwashing. It's like, I'm telling y'all are supposed to be here. This is what God has ordered for us. This is like, y'all are supposed to serve me. Y'all supposed to do all this. Ain't no way I'm gonna feel like, okay, nigga, you can give me lashes and do this and do that to me, and then you can come and try to preach the spiritual word to me. That shit sound demonic to me.
So like you saying like the Bible was the first cell phone, as in the first way of manipulation?
Yeah, it was.
Manipulation?
It could be.
Yeah.
Like, I think, so they say it's like the Red Sea Scrolls or whatever, right? Like, we lost, pretty much the original Bible was lost.
Right.
They went and tried to recover some
Quote,
of it.
unquote.
King James translated it, right? So I ain't no telling what that really said, because I highly doubt he spoke that language.
Right.
That's what I've been wondering too.
So he took some slaves and had them translated, which that don't mean their language was perfect. You feel me? So boom, we got some shit, right? We just got some shit. Some of it could be real, some of it could be not.
Right.
But I think like when I was really fucked up in that depression, bro, I was really sitting there like, I had a thought, and I was like, bro, I don't know what's real, but I hope we get a redo after this, right? And I'm not saying that reincarnation is real, but I'm like, bro, I might have fucked this one up. This I might have fucked this one up.
I don't want to come back here.
That I don't know what here gonna be, right? But I'm just saying, like, if I get another chance to live again, I hope, you feel me, that you get that chance, because we don't know, bro. Like, we don't know if this all gonna end, who gonna be the real God, I think there's a God. I think all them separate religions is split off. There's a story in the Bible about that too. But even with that, it's just like we don't know, and we're never gonna know. You feel me? Like when I go to sleep, right? I don't dream a lot, right? Like I just started sleeping with rain sounds and shit. That shit been helping. But I don't dream a lot, so like it be black as fuck for 8 hours, and then I wake up. What if that's death?
Yeah.
Like what if it's just black as fuck? You just don't wake up.
Yeah.
But
That's tough.
I have like this thing, this playlist that helps me sleep, and it helps me stay asleep. Like I'm asleep the whole time, and I wake up well rested. It's like it's cool, but for months because I listened to it, I didn't dream, and I just kept like you said, it's 8 hours of blackness. It's not even like you wake up and he's like, okay, I kind of barely remember that dream. It's like I know it wasn't shit, and that. Like, once I realized that scared me because it was like, nigga, I'm supposed to be dreaming. I've been doing this all my life. This is, like, something that's supposed to occur naturally. I had stopped listening to that. I dream now, but it's like, I don't think that shit, them, like you said, 8 hours is just blackness. I don't want that.
You ever have a dream so good that you just, you wake up out of it so quick and you try to go back into it?
I had a dream so good I woke up and got back into it.
So
I can't even get back in the mind. It's crazy.
It's this theory that like where like when you die, it's 7 minutes you have until your brain shuts off, right? But 7 minutes this time, that could be 70 years another time, and meaning like when people say like your life is flashing before your eyes and shit, you may just be experiencing your life. You know what I mean? And you're enduring your 7 minutes, and when your 7 minutes are up, that's the death of whatever lessons you've learned through this life. Another thing that is like with like dreams and things of that nature, I've had dreams where I've walked in them, which we all have walked in them, and it was weird because it was like, I'm gonna tell the story. It was a girl. And I told Vince, and it was like I was like in a party setting and shit like that, and she looked at me. I never seen this face. I never seen like what she looked like in any of that. And she goes and says, "So you're not gonna say anything to me? You gonna act like you don't know me?" And then I hugged in the dream. I hugged her, and it felt like, oh, I haven't seen you in so I haven't, you know what I mean, seen you in so long. X, Y, and Z.
All the time you hugging the pillow.
And no, I wasn't even hugging. It's just like, I don't know what it was. And then it was like, I'm thinking I woke up out of the dream. I'm out of bed. But it's like, I get out of my bed and then I go and then it's like another figure. It's a woman. She has like horns and something like little stubby horns and shit like that. And I'm like pinpointing, like, it's a map. It's a map. So I'm like trying to like figure out the map. So she asks me, she says, "So what's your power?" So what you mean? She's like, well, I can, turn myself into flames and stuff like that. So like, what can you do? And then I explained what I could do and shit like that. But it felt.
What could you do?
like how did you? But it felt like it was like real. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it felt like this was like, oh shit, yeah, we got powers here, type shit like that. So we really don't know. Like, and then even like I have a lot of fucking dreams. I had a fucking dream that I'm like in a fucking like stretcher. You know what I mean? Like, this was first grade. I'm in a stretcher, and my wife's, like, over me. She's, like, all I can hear is, like, is he going to make it? You know what I mean? Da-da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. I've never met this woman a day in my life. I'm in first grade, and a woman's talking about, like, I'm in church. Is he going to make it? Like, this is my wife, the X, Y, and Z. Fourth grade, I had a fucking dream about I'm a dad, and I have 2 twin girls. Like, shit like that. Like,
what was your power, though?
Yeah,
that nigga lost on the power.
Right.
I don't know.
I got stuck on that. Like,
I really
I don't know what my power was, like, necessarily. Like, that part of it was like foggy, but she did ask me, like, what was my power? Because she could do this thing. But, like, the way she looked, it didn't look scary to me. Like, it just looked, like, normal. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I think, because, okay, so, like, I tell him, I be into a lot of conspiracy, so sometimes, and I be thinking just about a lot of shit, and sometimes I do feel like niggas could be in a simulation. Like, we could be hooked up somewhere, maybe we not humans, like, in our true forms or whatever, we could be whatever, and this is just, like, us, like, hooked up to some shit for 15 minutes, we in the metaverse.
Type shit.
And we like, going through. You play as a character. You got an avatar, this and that. You go through life, and then you get up out the shit, and then you like somewhere else, and maybe those dreams, because I've been different people in my dreams too. Like I don't think I've ever necessarily seen myself, but at times I felt like a different person. Like I know I'm not in my actual body. My body looks a little bit different or whatever. I'm taller, I'm shorter, or whatever. So maybe like dreams are like our memories from those encounters and other simulations.
That'd be hard though. Like like I said, bro. I don't feel like this. I fucked this life up. Like I still got shit I want to do. Mm-hmm. But I definitely hope, you feel me? I almost hope that's, you feel me, what we get to go to next.
Yeah.
I stopped dreaming, right? So when you piss in your dream, you piss in real life. So yeah, I had pissed on myself, bro, when I was like 14, bro. I stopped dreaming after that, bro. Like tried to make myself stop dreaming after that, because like that shit was too real. So I don't think I had a lucid dream where I was in control of some shit. I ain't had a dream like that in a long time.
I have those, and those sometimes that shit not fun, because it's like sometimes like I know that shit leads to sleep paralysis.
Somebody standing over you.
Yeah. I know. I become aware that I'm up, and I wake up. I look around my room, lay back down, go right back into my sleep, and it just be like I'm aware of that. I can hear like him and his mom. He got back from Philly. I hear them up at 5 a.m. moving and shit. I'm still sleeping. I ain't moving, but I'm aware that they up and they moving. And that shit, it'd be like, it's cool, but then it'd be like, all right, why am I not completely sleeping, or why am I not completely where I'm supposed to be at? And then, like I said, that shit will lead to sleep paralysis. And y'all niggas ever had sleep paralysis before?
For sure. It stopped when I stopped dreaming.
Yeah.
Like when I stopped dreaming, sleep paralysis stopped.
Nigga, I had sleep paralysis on some weird shit. Like it's black, it's pitch black. Like how you said, I wasn't dreaming nothing like that. All I hear is like I'm in darkness. Like I know I'm in darkness though, and I'm like, bro, where the fuck am I at? I hear my mom's voice. You're okay. You know what I mean? Like I just need some. Like I don't know where this world is. Like it's just I just need something comforting. So I hear my mom's voice in there and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I'm out the dream.
Right.
I see my door. I see everything. I get up. Boom, boom, boom. I see CJ's door. It's cracked. It's like a little bit of light. Still dark. I see a little bit of light. I go to open the door. I fall through. Boom.
For real?
Yeah, I fall through. Boom. It's back like dark. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know where I'm at. And she's like, it's okay. Like you're gonna be okay. Just bear with me. Like stuff like that. I woke up and I was back in my room. Yeah. Shit was weird. Like shit be like. It be like, I don't know if
lucid dreams spooky. Like I really think the brain, right? And this is why I be getting mad at myself when I get like depressed or something. Mm-hmm. Your brain is so powerful, bro. If you wanted to sound like a completely different person, I think your brain's strong enough to make that happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like if you wanted to, I damn near think you could grow still if you wanted to, if you tapped into that part of your brain.
Yeah, because we only do like 10% of our brain.
Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like when I see people who, like I'm a person who believes somebody who put their all into something they never failed. I really do believe that. And I think if you failed, you probably didn't give it your all. Because I just don't think your brain won't let it happen. Like, you're going to figure it out. So it's like when you be sleep paralysis, like you be having a good-ass dream, you running around. I think your brain is moving faster than, like, the part of your brain that controls that is moving faster than the part that controls our body. Mm-hmm. So sleep paralysis is your brain is operating at, like, 90%, not 90% usage, but, like, activity, and your body is at zero still. So you're trying to get up, and your brain is, like, get up, but your body can't react yet. When I was young, I used to think it was like demons and shit, like holding me down and shit. But it just like as I get older, it kind of don't make sense.
Right. I feel like that shit, because it feel like when I get the feeling of sleep paralysis, it's like it feel like somebody is invading, somebody's not supposed to be there. So like it feels like
I can feel that.
My body gets warm, and it gets warm in a way where my blood is warm, like it gets hot or whatever, like. You know how you about to get into a fight and your body get warm. You prepare yourself. Your body prepares itself for something, and that's how it feels. And it's like my first time having sleep paralysis and being aware I had sleep paralysis. I was at my sister-in-law's house and I fell asleep on her couch, and I had woke up because I just felt something over me. I woke up and I just remember being a shadowy figure standing over me, and I just felt like something pushed down on me, and I couldn't couldn't breathe. I couldn't get up, nothing. I had to pray through it and get up out of it. And then the reason why I feel like it was something there is because like literally days later, like they found the body downstairs, like decomposed and everything. Like,
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, dude died in there. So it's like with stuff like that, I be feeling like it is something there. Something is trying to either like I don't know crazy shit, but I see shit sometimes. Like I've been seeing it since I was a kid. So it's like that should be feeling like something. And then it, like the other night, I was getting it. I felt myself sinking in, and I was trying to like stop. Sometimes you can catch it, sometimes you can't. And I remember like sinking into the bed. I felt it, and I was woke and I couldn't move. It was like from the lucid dream. I woke up, looked at the ceiling. I was like, it's coming. And then I'm like, I remember I'd be in there. I'd be like, help, help.
I've definitely been in that spot.
I'd be trying to scream as much as and these niggas don't be around at all. Like, I'd be like, how the fuck y'all ain't hear me? Then I get out of it. I'd be like, all right, fuck it. I'm going back to sleep.
No, I definitely feel that. Because it's, like I said, I ain't had them in a long time, but I do remember, like, when I had them, the only thing that's, like, constant would be like that. You know, like, when you come out, right when you come out of you, like, it's like, damn, was somebody choking me? But it ain't like I felt no pressure on my neck or nothing. I just felt something heavy on my chest. Or, like me and weed don't get along, especially indica. So, like, when I smoke, right, I forget how to breathe almost. Like, you almost skip a breath or something. And it's that same feeling of that. It's like, was I holding my breath? You feel me? So, like, I definitely feel what you're saying. And I don't know. I believe in it. Like, my thoughts be contradicting with, like, what's real in life, right? Because I believe in God, I believe in spirits. Like, I don't think you can really believe in God and not believe in spirits. You feel good or bad. Like, so it's like, I do believe calling on Jesus' name will get them spirits off you. I definitely believe that. So I just be like, in the moments that I had that, I just be, Jesus. I just start praying or something. Because it's like, I can't fight in my dreams, right? I can't throw a hard punch to save my life in my dreams.
Throwing soft punches,
You feel me? So it's like, I can't really fight back. So it's like, all I can do is like really tap into what I believe in. You feel me? So, but
I don't know if that's like, because I've done that, but I don't know if that's like just the power of like actual, like, let's say shit, religion is real and like it is actually something.
Spirit on spirit, right?
Yeah,
like,
and it's helping. Or if it's just me like stealing myself, like, I'm good. I'm gonna get up out of this. That shit do.
Which could also be true. You know what I mean? Like I believe because I believe in this that I'm gonna get out of this. And
it's like manifesting. Like I do believe in you can manifest shit and you can do it. Like I know I'm gonna fuck around and have sleep paralysis in a few days just because we spoke about this. But I know it'd be other shit.
$1 million.
It do be other shit that you can speak of. And you can speak that shit into existence, and you can be like, yeah, I know I'm about to get this, I'm about to get this, I'm about to get this, or this is about to happen. I know every time a move about to hit my phone or something, or like when I'm about to get some money, I just know that shit about to come somehow, some way. Like you kind of speak it and you will it into existence.
I mean, manifestation real though, and that's why like I think I get on like my friends or like even if y'all was to tell me something, it's like you really gotta believe. So, like you can say something and not believe it. You feel me? Like, yeah, bro, this is gonna be the biggest podcast in the world. If Nas don't really believe it, then manifestation ain't gonna work.
You gotta put the work in too.
But if you believe it, it's easier to do the work, I think.
That's what I'm saying. But like,
the work comes easier.
All the preaching, what you want, you gotta put it in the work for it.
Sure.
God,
like, it ain't just
God gonna give you what you asked for.
Faith without work is dead.
Come on,
yeah,
man.
and that's the toughest, and this will probably be my last point. But that was the toughest lesson. I had to swallow. Like I asked to be here, as in. At one point in time, I prayed to be on my own, to do this, to do that. You know what I mean? I prayed. Now I got to grow through what I'm praying for the next level. You know what I mean? And I don't even know what I'm going to go through in that next level. But right here in this situation that I'm in, I prayed for this back then. And then I have to be, and I had to learn. I had to be grateful because it's like people are praying to be in my position.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I can't look at somebody like I'm better than you. I just got more responsibilities than you. You know what I mean? And that's one big lesson I had to like. I never thought I was better than anyone, maybe better off, but I just got more responsibilities and this shit is hell. You know what I mean? So when you want somebody's life, like this rich, lavish life, are you willing to want the responsibilities that they have to take care of with that? You know what I mean?
Because you can make this shit look easy.
Man.
But it don't. You get into like that all of us, like, shit, all of us in here is Greek. That's a perfect example. Like, you be thinking, like, it look easy. Then you get on it, and you in it, you done crossed everything. And it's like, shit, it's so much harder afterwards. Like, and it's like certain shit, because it be like certain shit you can go through, and you going through it or it's happening to you. Now you got to actually make this shit happen, which it requires more work. So, yeah.
No, that's facts, bro. Like, I seen something on Instagram, and it said, you got to remember that you are who you prayed to be 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be thankful for that, like, you accomplished what you said you wanted to accomplish. Yeah, you might still be fucked up because there's different things affecting you now. But 5 years ago, I wanted to be a college graduate. I wanted to be a part of my fraternity. Like, I wanted to be who I am. You feel me? Like, I wanted to have an album out. Like, I remember praying about these things, and now it's here, and it's like, now it's more to do, but it's like, I wasn't here at one point. You feel me? And I wasn't, and if I didn't think I would make it, you know what I mean? And now I'm here, so it's like, you kind of just got to, like you said, you got to look at it and work through it.
Yeah.
Pray through it, man.
So with that being said,
Hey, I shouldn't put y'all on TikTok, man. I'll be missing content moments.
You do. You be on TikTok. I'll see you now.
it's about that time
Trying,
where we
man.
get y'all that positive. We've been giving y'all positive insights all episode. Honestly, I didn't even give an introduction, but you know we have two special guests. We got the homie Juice Main. And we also got the big PR. You know what I mean? The helping standard on the Aqua Thinking tip. You hear me? On the Before the Buzz tip, we got Josh in the building,
You
man.
already know what it is. You ain't got to say it twice.
Man, you know, behind the scenes, we had to have him on camera. We was having a little discussion and everything, and we just said, let's turn on these cameras. Let's get it rolling. So.
Yeah.
Sure.
But with that being said, niggas, what is y'all awkward positive message from all this, or do y'all have anything from what we've expounded upon?
Plan your work and work your plan.
Work your plan.
Work the plan.
I like that. Man, it's okay to admit that you're not okay.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's okay to admit that you're not okay, and embrace everything that comes with not being okay until you're okay. It's a lot less painful than trying to hang out and act okay, because that's detrimental.
Cause pretending like you okay be a lot of work. Cause you gotta it be extra work versus I'm not good, bro.
And it affects relationships. Like, it affects you on top of the relationships of people who actually care about you. And you might finally get out of that, and them people like, shit, you did me bad while you was going through that, and you ain't mean to. So.
Men, it's okay to feel. Whoever tells you, you know, it's not, leave them.
For sure.
Normalize leaving when your feelings are not validated. Just because we're men and we this armor, we this shield or whatever, we go through things too. And we try to get women to realize, like, this is hard. Y'all want to, they do the things with the switching roles, like, oh, I want to be a male. You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You
This
sure?
should be ghetto.
Should be.
Because I never wish to want to be in the world of women. I'm cool in my world.
I think I never said I wanted to switch roles because I just don't desire to be fucked. Like I don't know. That's just like, you know how, like, all right, like when girls be like, oh, I wish I had a dick. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I don't be like, oh, I wish I had a pussy, because, like, I know what I do to women when I'm having sex, so I'm like, I don't desire to be fucked by a man. That's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like,
I've never
whatever
wished that.
you like, but
if
no.
I was a woman, I would probably be gay.
Yeah, I'd be a
I think I would still like women if I was a woman. That's my thought process.
Yeah, it's different levels. But with that being said, I don't even, wait. What was my
I ain't
positive?
finished.
Oh, go
nigga.
ahead. Oh, I
ain't
thought you was
even do
done.
mines. I ain't said shit. I feel like one of the best things I've taken away from, like, a show or something. It ain't even a show, a movie that I watched when I was a kid, but it's just something that stuck with me. It's like Finding Nemo. Keep swimming. Dory kept saying, keep swimming. And, like, sometimes I do know it'd be, like, hard to keep going, but you gotta keep going. Because once you stop, unless you stopping to catch a break and get your shit together, once you stop, you stagnant. Keep going.
My awkward message is like, it's just a message of being transparent. You know what I mean? Like, through this journey, it's been very hard. It's been a lot of, like, doubt when it comes to that. And I know like a lot of people say believe in yourself. Sometimes you don't believe, and sometimes you need those people to believe in you, to pour into you. Sometimes they don't tell you that route. You know what I mean? Like shit, I had a moment, and Vince was like, hey man, we got to keep it, like, we got to keep it going. Because at a point where my vision got blurry, I didn't see where we were going at a point in time anymore. You know what I mean? So with becoming a leader or becoming somebody who's starting their own lane, it's not clear. It's not going to be clear to everybody. It's not going to make sense to even you sometimes. What are you doing? And I know a lot of things that you say like might make you uncomfortable or might do it sometimes to a certain degree. Don't do everything that makes you uncomfortable. Some things aren't meant to fucking be done. But like if it takes a toll, like shit, speaking in front of people or you know what I mean, going out, like right now I'm dreading, like not dreading it, but like I know like we got some content series where a nigga gotta be out in the streets and shit like that and be talking to different random people. Right. That's a fear of mine, you know what I mean? But I'm like, that might take niggas to that next level, So with that being said, it's okay to have doubt in your journey. That's what they don't explain. Everybody wants to be this top cream of the crop, this alpha male type of nigga, but at the end of the day, it's okay to be scared where you're going, but it's resilience that keeps you strong and that courage going. So with that being said, I'm Nas.
I'm Vince.
Special guest,
Juice Man.
Josh.
And thank you for being awkward with us. See you next week.
This
Laura is the face in the misty light.